Welcome to Srikanta's astrology channel. So, radio frequency and microwaves. What is the radiation from these frequencies? How it will affect the human body? 4G is there, 5G is there. Now that those are the latest telecom equipments which we are everybody is using. So then those frequencies, what are the ranges and how that will affect the human body? And what are the precautions we have to take, how we can minimize the effect of the radiation. These are the things which I'm going to discuss in this video. Electromagnetic radiation consists of electrical energy and mechanical energy, both are there. They will move together through space at the speed of light. So it is referred as the electromagnetic spectrum. Total electrical energy, mechanical energy, both combined together called as electromagnetic energy or spectrum. Suppose transmitting antennas, we are feeding the that is radio energy, electromagnetic energy into the antenna. What it will emit or radiate radio waves and microwaves from the antenna. Microwaves, there is separate antennas are there. There are similarly radio energy RF antennas are different. Micro antennas are different and RF antennas are also different. So whatever may be the antenna, if RF antenna is there, we have to feed RF energy. If microwave antenna is there, we have to feed microwave energy. So if you feed, then they will emit some, once input is there, some output will come. So, in that, what is the radiation effect or radiation energy? How it is going to affect the human body? This is one form of electromagnetic energy called radio frequency energy or RF energy. That emitting energy is radio frequency energy or RF energy, simple. So, this radioactive energy and RF energy both are different. Let us not confuse. Radioactive energy is, it is a radioactive element. From that, when it is exploded, the energy will come. So that is called radioactive energy. This is radio frequency energy. Both are entirely different. Let us not confuse on those two words. So movement of electrical energy in antenna, whatever we are feeding from the equipment side, antenna will be on the top of the tower and the equipment will be inside the building. From there, we will run cables. Through cable, we will feed the electromagnetical energy to the antenna, either it is a microwave or RF, radio frequency. So, depending on the input, the output also will come because the antenna, some movement of electrical energy will be there in the antenna. It creates some RF energy which it will emit. So distance covered by electromagnetic wave in one complete cycle is called wavelength. The distance, suppose that wave, one cycle it is completing, how much distance it is completing is called the wavelength of that signal. Similarly, number of cycles passes through a given point in 1 second is called frequency of that signal. So the number of cycles particular point, if you take one point, how many cycles are moving through that point per second is called the frequency, and the distance covered by one cycle is called the wavelength. These two are important parameters for any signal. So that is measured in hertz. Hertz means one cycle per second. Then it will be called as one hertz. Then RF energy is in the order of 3 kilohertz to 300 gigahertz. Micro energy is in the order of 1 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz. 1 kilohertz is equal to 1000 hertz, that is 1000 cycles per second. 1 megahertz is equal to 1000 kilohertz, that is equal to 10 to the power of 6 hertz. So 1 gigahertz is equal to 1000 megahertz, that is equal to 10 to the power of 6 kilohertz, that is equal to 10 to the power of 9 hertz. So like that, this cycles per second also will have some units. So now high ionizing frequencies and non-ionizing frequencies. There are two types of frequencies. Suppose if I take ionizing frequency, this process damages DNA of the human body. If you are exposed to ionizing frequency for quite a long time, it will damage the DNA of the human body. Suppose X-ray. X-ray will be 10 to the power of 16 to 10 to the power of 20 hertz. So if you give that X-ray signal to the body, if it is a fraction of second or second, it will be okay. If you continuously take X-rays number of times, it will affect the body because it is very, very high frequency. 10 to the power of 16 is the X-rays. Now we have seen for 10 to the power of 16 is for X-rays, and from 10 to the power of 16 to 10 to the power of 20 hertz. And if you see this one, 3 to 300 gigahertz, that is 300 into 10 to the power of 9 hertz. So that is 3 into 10 to the power of 11 hertz RF energy maximum, because 300 gigahertz is the maximum signal we are using in telecom. So 3 into 10 to the power of 11 is the hertz is the frequency of the maximum RF energy. Now here it is the frequency is 10 to the power of 16 is starting. There it is only 10 to the power of 11. That means this signal is more above the telecom signal what we are using. Now it is the maximum 300 gigahertz. That is 3 into 10 to the power of 11. Here we are using for X-rays 10 into 10 to the power of 16 we are using here. That is more above the level what we are using in telecommunications or in microwave also. Microwave it is 30. 30 means 3 into 10 to the power of 10. So here 10 to the power of 16 is the X-rays. And the wavelength is 10 to the power of minus 8 to 10 to the power of minus 12 meter. This X-rays wavelength is very, very small. Because of that only, we are getting very accurate picture in X-ray. Because of that intensity is very high for X-rays. Similarly, if you take gamma rays, these are ionizing frequency. Frequency is 10 to the power of 19 hertz. Approximately, it is 10 to the power of 12. Here it is also 10 to the power of 19 hertz. So wavelength is 10 to the power of minus 12. So these are almost maximum is 10 to the power of 20 we are using in ionizing. 10 to the power of 16 is the minimum. 10 to the power of 20 is the maximum. and 10 to the power of minus 80 is the minimum of wavelength meters, and 10 to the power of minus 12 is the maximum of the wavelength. So like this, these are ionizing frequencies. If it is exposed to more than the required time, then definitely the DNA of the body will get affected. So we have to be very careful when we are going treatment under ionizing frequencies. If you take ionization, this way, as I told, it is 10 to the power of 11, 3 into 10 to the power of 11, because this is 300 gigahertz. That is 300 into 10 to the power of 9, or 3 into 10 to the power of 11 is the RF energy maximum non-ionization frequency. That is the maximum frequency we are using in telecom. So here telecommunication uses a different non-ionization range of frequencies, which I will tell you are 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G are there. Now the latest things are 4G, 5G. What are the frequencies? Just I will inform you. Here, microwave oven frequency, where we are using microwave for cooking purpose, it is 2.45 gigahertz. Here, this is very important. 2.45 gigahertz is the resonant frequency of water, because when we keep anything under resonance, that will oscillate the maximum. So that's why the water will get immediately heat, and the things inside the microwave oven will get heat within short period. So that's why we are making microwave ovens with frequency of 2.45 gigahertz, because the resonant frequency of the water is 2.45. At the resonance frequency will get maximum oscillation and very quick heat of the material inside oven. So MRI scanning is the another example, that is 1 megahertz to 300 mega. It is not gigahertz, it is megahertz only. 1 megahertz to 300 megahertz, depending on the part where they are going to take the scanning. That much frequency they will use. That's why it is a wide range of frequency available for MRI scanning. Here, RF energy is measured in power density. Power density means watts per square meter is the unit. So, if any radiation comes from the mobile tower, the power will be watts per square meter. For square meter, what is the wattage of the signal? So, here SAR is their specific absorption rate. When we are under the influence of power density, then the human body has got the absorption of some energy from the whatever we are exposing to that. So that will be specific absorption rate, that is called SAR. So that means when watts per square meter we are moving, and at that time watts per kg, that means kg means the body, material body, human body. Watts per kg, our body is 60 kg, means per kg this much. For 60 kg, how much we will receive from the watts per square meter? Suppose 100 watts per square meter is there, power density. In that we are moving, we may be getting per kg some 2 watts or 3 watts absorption. Suppose a 60 kg person, 60 into 3, 180 watts he will receive out of some 100 watts or 1000 words. So that is the thing. What is the absorption rate of specific absorption rate? SR is the energy what we are absorbing through our body from the power density or radio frequency of the mobile tower or something else. Not only mobile, any radio frequency. I told so many things. Even those things also, if we are near to the oven, so there also we will observe some energy if you are very nearer to the door. That's why when you are operating the oven, we have to be some 1 or 2 feet away from the oven when it is started, because otherwise it will absorb some rate, that is SAR, specific absorption rate. Some RF energy will be taken by each kg of our body. So here human body receives maximum SAR at resonance frequency of 70 megahertz. Body resonance frequency is 70 megahertz. If the 70 megahertz frequency is applied, then we will receive maximum SAR. So because we have to oscillate maximum under resonance frequency, then at the time we will receive maximum power from the available exposures. So keeping children into consideration, that margin is given to 30 to 300. 300 will be the adult and 30 will be the children. So they have given 300, 30 to 300 megahertz is the that is the dangerous range. If you are exposed to that, our resonant frequency will come at 70 megahertz, and we will get maximum SIR, and we may get some bad effect on our human body. So if you take mobile phone affects the partial body. Suppose if you are speaking in mobile phone, so it will affect the ear or eyes or brain or head. So like that, that will affect only particular part of the body, that is called partial SAR. At that time we will receive a specific absorption rate will be very partial to that particular body part. So when body exposed to RF energy, it will heat the tissue of the human body. Suppose if you speak for half an hour or 1 hour mobile phone, then your ear and the nearby areas will get heat. So that energy, that heat we will get from RF energy. So because mobile phones maximum 1.6 watts per kg. So that is the mobile phone, that's SAR maximum. So when you are speaking to that level, then automatically our tissue will get heat. So that the heat has to dissipate. How it will dissipate? Suppose if our blood is moving very fast in that area, then it will collect the heat and it will dissipate if it is moving very frequent, very fast. Suppose some areas will get very blood circulation will be very minimum, eyes, testes, like that. So in that places, if this energy goes and sitting there, that the heat goes and sitting there, definitely it will stay there for more time, because blood circulation is not that much. Then it will definitely affect that part of the body where the blood circulation is very less. That's why when you are speaking, so you must take care of what is where we are keeping the mobile, or even if you are not speaking also, if you are keeping in the body, where you are keeping that. If that part, if it is more circulation is there, blood circulation, then you need not worry, automatically that heat will automatically dissipate. If it is not there, then the place where you are keeping blood circulation is less, then definitely that part will definitely affect in due course. So eyes and testes are not having sufficient blood flow, hence they are highly vulnerable to get damaged. That is more important. I will give you, generally the common public will not get this much effect, because we are not working under RF area. That means either under the equipment or on the tower, or we are using that equipment, RF cards or anything. We are not using anything. So normal public, when they are outside of the equipment, then they don't get that much effect. The people who are sitting inside the room and working for telecom or something else, then they will be exposed heavily to the RF energy, and they have to use some protective equipments for avoiding the any damage on their DNAs. So this is very important. Then that is called restricted area, and they use protective devices or equipments to safeguard themselves from the effect of the radiation of the RF energy. So if you take, see here, 1.6 watt per kg, I told that is equal to 1.6 gray. This is called another unit. Watts per kg is called as gray also. 1.6 gray. So how to get the SAR of your mobile phone? You can get by typing star hash 07 hash. If you dial this code, then you will get what is the SAR value of your mobile. So if it is well within 1.6 watt, then your mobile is safe. You can use it. If it is more than that, definitely if you use more time, your body will get affected. Heat will generate more, and more parts of the body will get affected. So this is very important. You please check star hash 07 hash. So you check up whether the SAR value of your mobile, that is specific absorption rate of your mobile, is less than 1.6 watt per kg. If it is more, better to change the mobile immediately. If it is less also, you have to take more cautious, because if you speak more time, definitely more heat will be generated, and it will affect the body parts where blood circulation is not that much. So if you take 4G, 700 megahertz to 2500 megahertz is the 4G range of frequency. So it is in megahertz. So it is very far. Even gigahertz also is very less, and megahertz will be definitely will be far less. So there will not be ionizing frequency. As I told, it is 10 to the power of 16. Here it will be 2.5 2500 into 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 6. So if you 25 into 10 to the power of 8, it will be. So here 10 to the power of 16 is required for dangerous frequencies. Since it is just 10 to the power of 8, there will not be much effect on 4G. But one thing, if you speak more time, then SAR will definitely affect the body where the circulation, blood circulation is not that much. That will be always there. But it is not immediate effect. There are some frequencies, if you are under that, definitely you will get immediate effect, and even you will fall down. So those frequencies are not there in 4G. Similarly, in 5G, if you take 28 gigahertz to 39 gigahertz, so 39 into 10 to the power of 9. So now 10 to the power of 16 is the starting frequency of ionization. These are all non-ionization. So these non-ionization frequencies are less, that is less having less effect on human body compared with ionization. That X-rays, MRI, or all those things, gamma rays, those things are highly effective on human body. Compared to that, these frequencies are somewhat safe only. But if you use for more time, then definitely this will also will give you effect on your particular parts of the body. So if you take blood pressure in different parts of the body, if you take maximum systolic 100 to 140, minimum diastolic 60 to 90, that is 120 by 80. So this should be 120 healthy body, this will be 80. So these are all high range. So that this means, so blood will be circulated more times. So that means whatever the heat generated in this area will definitely dissipate in short duration, and it will not give effect much on the part of the body. So if you take large veins, 4 to 15, that is blood vessels. So this is 4 to 15. It is very less. Those things get affected. So if you talk more time in the mobile, definitely that heat will affect the blood vessels of your body. So it will get damaged. And eye is 12 to 24. This is also very less. Your eyes also will get affected. Wherever less circulation is there, those parts will definitely affect. If you more time, if you have got exposed to the RF energy. Brain and spinal fluid 5 to 12, and bladder while filling 0 to 25. Bladder when full it is 100 to 150. When full it is not giving any problem, but while filling 0 to 25, so definitely at that time if the exposure is there, then bladder will get affected. So stomach is 0 to 20. Definitely this will also give effect on stomach. Intestines 10 to 20. So this is also effect. Lungs and ribs, that is side bones, lungs, between lungs and side bones, it is -8 to -4. Definitely these part will definitely lungs will get affected when you are exposing to the RF energy. Very very important. These less frequency, that is less pressures, if you are having less pressure parts of the body, if exposure is there, then definitely one day or other it will get affected, and you will be given trouble to your body. So then middle ear is less than one, ear also will get affected. That's why the people speaking more time in with the mobile, they will get deaf. That is the main drawback if they speak more time. Inside lungs, it is -2 to 3. Even lungs also will get heavily affected because of the exposure. Digestive tract also, it is -2. That also will get affected. So, except heart and other parts, that is bladder, other things, definitely they are going to get affected. So be careful while using the mobile phone. Let us not keep near to the parts where the blood pressure is very less. Then we can safeguard our valuable parts of the body. So then if you go to, so exposure to very high RF intensities can result in heating of biological tissue and increase in body temperature. So, as I already informed, this body temperature will increase, and what will happen when body temperature increased? Your veins will get expanded, and BP, that is blood, will flow more, and your BP will go down. So when blood is through the vessels, the blood is moved fast. Then your BP, required BP, will go down. So definitely that will affect. If you speak more time, your BP will go down as far as heart is concerned. And what about the other parts? When our less BP is there, or blood circulation is there, the heat will go and sit there, and it will damage the tissue there, and you will get effect of that part of the body. So better avoid most of the time keeping the mobile with you or speaking. And possible symptoms, if you got that, if you speak more time by mistake, or if it is unavoidable, then these things possible: nausea or vomiting, diarrhea, headache, fever, dizziness and disorientation, weakness and fatigue. These are the things, some symptoms will be there. Blood vomit, and stools from internal bleeding, and infections, low BP. Because low BP is, I told, that veins will get expanded because of this heat, and your blood will flow more, and BP come down. So BP come down means when you speak more time, definitely BP will come down, and you will fall down. So that's why be careful about using the mobile phones. And there are some more things also will get affected, that those energies also our body will absorb, and will get further damage of our parts of the body. If you take this one, this is extremely low frequency. If you take power lines, these are actually, normally people are thinking that only mobile towers and mobile phones only having radiation. It is not like that. Even power lines, electrical power lines, have got the radiation. Hydro lines, electrical hydro lines, so those lines also have got the radiation. Then computer terminals, they have got the radiation. Then electrical appliances, fan, light, all the things have got a radiation effect. So those effect will come on our body if we are sitting very nearer to those appliances. And telephones, mobile phones, cell phones, all the things is extremely low frequency, and if you are exposing to those things, then these are the disorders we will get, that is blood disorders, and a circulation problem will come. Leukemia, that is blood cancer, then cell growth problem will be there. So it will not, so once any cell damage, it will not be immediately replaced. Normally our body will take care of any damaged cell, it will create again, it will restore the things. But here, if you are exposed to this, then you will not get that exposed, that is a damaged cell will not be replaced by the body. So then embryonic effect, that is for children, that is starting sperm maturity will not be there if you are exposed to that. That is called embryonic effect. So then if you go to very low frequency, then navigations, then computer terminals, pagers, mobile phones, cell phones, these are all very under comes under very low frequency. So if you are exposed more time to that, then central nervous system will get affected, and immune system also will get affected. Cell membrane effects, that is thin film in the cell, our body cell, there will be some thin film that will get damaged if you are exposed to these low, very low frequencies. Then radio frequency is there, another one. So radios are TV channels, are all TV channels. They are also radiating some energy. If you are sitting there, then you will get absorbed that energy. So that is computer terminals, mobile phones, pagers, cell phones, all comes under radio frequency. What is the effect of if you are sitting more time near the TV? Cataracts, so eye problems will come. Miscarriages, so anybody is pregnant, then it will spoil. Then birth difficulties, so if the deliveries also will be problem. And blood disorders, embryonic effects, so that initial sperm success will be very less if you are sitting the very long time before the TV. And central nervous system also will get affected. This is very very important point. Nobody should think that only mobiles and mobile tower is only giving effect, but it is not like that. Even our computer, even our TV, even our electrical points, fans, switches, lights, all are radiating, and maybe less. But if you add all those things, it will have very huge effect on our human body. So then, if you take microwave, if it is radar, computer terminals, microwave oven, mobile phones, cell phones, all will come under this. That means all mobile phone, cell phone means different frequencies, different procedures, different models. All the things are there. That's why they have got SAR value will be different for each mobile. So microwave, through microwave, some direct satellite phones or some other point to point phones they are being used. So those phones also will be different. So then in that case you will get cataracts, miscarriages, birth defects, generic damage, and birth defects, and central nervous system problem. So like this you will get affected. So if you are infrared sunlight, you have got infrared rays in the sunlight, that radiation will affect our skin. Basically, if infrared rays, you were exposed to infrared rays, our skin will get affected. Sometimes skin cancer also will come. Then computer terminals also is there. That skin problem will come, and eye problem also will come. Cataracts also will be there. So these are all non-ionizing radiation. These whatever I told and effects, it is non-ionizing radiation. What I told, the frequency will be 10 to the power of 300 into 10 to the power of 9. Maximum that one only. So ionization radiation means 10 to the power of 16 to 10 to the power of 20. Those frequencies, X-rays and gamma rays, if you are exposed to that, Then ultraviolet rays, that is sunlight and computer terminals. So in computer terminals also, what is the screen, whatever it is coming, there are some ultraviolet rays also available that will affect our eye and skin also. So those things, skin cancer, cataracts. So if you sit more time to the near the laptop, so our computer, so those ultraviolet rays will come on our body and affects eye and body, that skin cancer and cataracts will come, and eye effect will come. So another thing is soft x-ray. This is soft x-ray, that is medical x-ray, television, computer terminals. These are the things available in this. So what is the effect means? Cancer, genetic damage, premature aging. So if you sit more time under x-ray range of frequencies, x-ray I told, what is the x-ray frequencies? So if that is the case, 10 to the power of 16 to 10 to the power of 20. So if you are exposed more time, then you will get aging, premature aging. So your age will be 40, but you look like 60. So that's the problem also will come. Then if you go to hard x-ray and gamma rays, if you go, that is nuclear fallout. So nuclear energy, if once it is coming out, then all the persons will die. So there is no, if that is the radiation coming, it will be huge and nobody will survive. So like this, non-ionization radiation and ionization radiation both have got the effect, but the effects will vary. So here it is a small things are happening, so it is gradually it is damaging. These things will immediately damage ionization. So if you take this one, sun radiation will be around 0.003 GY, gray. GY means gray. That is the unit of that power. That is the radiation unit, the GY. So if you TV radiation 0.005 mg, milli GY, that is milli gray. Computers, if you are sitting inches away, just near to the laptop or computer, you will 500 mgy you will get. So that is zero point 0.5 gy. So if you are near to 1 foot difference is there, zero point 0.4 to 20 mg will be there. 3 feet difference is there, 1 to 1.5 mg. So it is the person who is sitting near the computer and working, he will also get maximum effect. And at the same time, nearby in the house, somebody is moving or somebody is sitting, they will also get effect, but not this much. It may be zero point 0.4 to 20 mg 1 foot. If it is in 3 feet, 1.5 mg. So some effect, either this or that, it will be there on the body of the nearby persons also, not only the person who is using the computer. So this is very important. Another thing is, when you are sitting before, you are getting this much exposure. Don't think that screen front side only will give the radiation. It is not like that. Screen back side also radiation will be there. It will be for 3 feet, may not be this much, but definitely at least half of this will be backside to the screen. That is also very important. Some people may think that if we are sitting before the computer, before the screen only, we will get radiation. If you are sitting behind the screen, then you will not get radiation. It is not like that. Even backside also, radiation will go to the distance, whatever distance front side, but the strength of the signal will be very less. That radiation energy will be maybe half of the front side. Backside also will be there, and it will also get give effect to the human bodies who are sitting backside to the computer. So if you take suppose 1.5 to 2 gy to gray, 1.5 to 2 gray will cause cancer in long run. If you are exposed in this range, so it will be long run. If you are sitting, you will get cancer. So 4 to 5 gy will kill the person in 60 days. If you are continuously exposed to 4 to 5 gy, that is gray, will kill the person in 60 days. If it is more than 10 GY, immediately you will die. More than that, that GY is the unit of the radiation. So if it is the value of that radiation is more than 10, the person will get immediate effect and he will die. So these are the points, very important. And if you take SAR value, SAR means that is whatever we are exposed to the RF energy area, that is watts per square meter. In that we are sitting there for some time, then that watts per square meter will induce some radiation in our body, that is called SAR, and this is watts per kg, because already I informed this is watts per kg, because that human body is 60 kg or 40 kg, per kg this much absorption will be there. If you are exposed entire body, all entire body will take that absorption per kg. So if you are exposed to particular part of the body, then you will get particular part absorption. So that is part SAR. So I already explained those things. I will again see SAR whole body. If it is uncontrolled, it should be 0.08 GY. That is the safe limit. If it is more than that, your body will get affected. And if it is controlled environment, that is some protective devices and equipments, if you are using, you can stay up to zero point 0.4 GY without any effect. If your SAR part 1 gram of tissue, that is head, neck, trunk. So if you speak near the eye, if you near the ear or eye, you keep the mobile phone and speak, then uncontrolled GY 1.6 GY, you are safe. Safe means you can speak for 1 or 2 minutes. If you speak more, even 1.6 or less than 1.6 also will generate heat and spoil the body parts. So then controlled environment, you can stay up to 8 GY. Suppose SAR for 10 grams of tissue, other parts of the body, not head, neck, trunk, legs or hands or feet, those things, if 10 grams of tissue will stay safely in uncontrolled environment, 4 GY. Up to 4 GY, it will not get much effect other parts of the body. But we cannot separate head, neck, trunk. So these things, if you are keeping some protection and leaving the body, you can stay up to 4. You have to take protection for these things, because it will get affected under 1.6 GY. So definitely, if you want to stay more time, so then you have to take protection for this head, neck, trunk. All these sensitive items you have to take care. So that is in controlled environment, he can stay up to 20 GY, because he will put all protection, total body protected, and he can stay even under 20 also, he can work open. Suppose if a RF card, if you remove that wire, so immediately from the card the exposure will come, energy. You will put eyes and see sometimes, because whether proper connection is there, those things he will just verify with hands or eyes, or he will physically will see. So at that time that energy will definitely will fall into eyes and eyes will go. So at that time he has to keep some protection to the eyes, then only he can verify. So those equipments verification, he can stay up to 20 GY if it is protected. Then if you see here, I'll calculate some approximate calculation. These are very important, and everybody should have understand this concept. Then to be safer side, what is to be done also you can understand. Sun radiation 0.03 GY, this cannot be avoided. So this will be always there, always in the when sun is there, this much radiation will be there, that will affect us. So this is, we have to take it granted, 0.003 GY will come always with us. Then computer or laptop, suppose you are using, So then I told you 500 mg. So 500 means zero point 0.5 gy. It is zero point 0.5 gy. Mobile phone is the maximum 1.6 gy. Already SAR value of mobile I told 1.6. Then other Wi-Fi and electrical items, suppose approximately some electrical item, fans, other things, Wi-Fi, routers, all those things are will be there. Approximately I calculated for zero point 0.5. So it is coming 2.603 GY. So if you are using mobile and computer, it is you leave all this one you cannot leave. So at least you keep this one zero point 0.5, then at least 2.1 will come. That means you just see here 1.6 border you have crossed. So your head, neck, trunk, all these things get affected. If you use 1.6 mobile phone continuously, then you are exceeding this limit, and head, neck, trunk will get affected because 1.6 you are crossing without any, that is uncontrolled. If you are in controlled environment, you put some protection to your head and you can speak for some more time. But you are simply speaking without any protection, then it is crossing 1.6. Definitely you will get affected. And headache or some other problems, some eye problems, ear problems, or bladder problems, or lungs problems, so many things will come. It is not immediate, but gradually it will come. So that's why what you have to do when you are using mobile phone, be away from computer. These are the maximum. This you can switch off, or you can be away from electrical fans or electrical lights. Those things you can keep very less bulbs radiating. That you can choose LED bulbs or less radiating. Those things you can keep and minimize these things. But these two you cannot avoid. Computer you are always using. Mobile also, along with computer, you are using the mobile. So this one is compulsory. So it is 2.103. I am removing this one. 2.103. Even then it is crossing this one. So in that case, what you have to do? Whenever you are using computer, you should not use mobile. If you want to use mobile, you go away from the computer and speak, so that that 1.6 will be maintained. When you are using mobile, you have to be away from this cannot be avoided. You have to avoid computer and laptop. You have to avoid other Wi-Fi and electrical items. Go outside and speak mobile, and come and sit near to the computer and use. As long as you are near to the computer, don't use this mobile. If you both use simultaneously, it will cross 2.1, and definitely as per these standards, your head, neck, trunk, eyes, ears, all the things will get gradually damaged. This is just only for example purpose, how to use our equipments without getting effect on us. This is very important. Radiation cannot be taken very easily. This will slowly spoil. It is a slow poisoning. Gradually, it will damage our brain, memory power, eyes, ears, intestines, lungs. So many things will get slowly damaged. So even if you are in non-ionization range, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 11 range also, you will have this much SAR values. If you are speaking more time, you are sitting more time near to the laptop, and if you are even laptop also, if you see, if you are 1 foot away, you can reduce 500 to 20. But if you keep near to just inches, some 10 inches or 7 inches or 8 inches, definitely 500 mg will come, and that is zero point 0.5 gy will come. If you sit just 1 foot away, then it will be drastically reduced to 20 mg. That is 0.002 gy, zero point 0.5 gy, 0.02 gy. So you see how much it is reduced. So maintain minimum 1 feet. 3 feet cannot be maintained. You cannot read. So 1 feet possible. Maintain 1 feet away from laptop or computer, and this mobile, when you want to use, you go away from the mobile laptop. These are the very important things you have to follow to get rid of this radiation problems in long run. And another thing is, when screen is very less, radiation will be very more. You see, TV radiation is 0.005, whereas computer radiation is 500. You just see, because TV is a screen is more big screen. So when big screen, if you are sitting, radiation will be less. If you are sitting near to the laptop, radiation will be more. If you see mobile phone, it will be still more, because mobile screen is still less than laptop. So this has to be followed. You have to see maximum in the maximum screen whatever possible, so that you will get less radiation. This point has to be remembered, everybody. Otherwise, if you continuously everything, if you work in mobile, then most of the radiation will come on your head. This is the thing, please remember. And another thing is, this is approximate calculation I have told, and what is the precautions you have to take while using laptop and mobile. And these are the things you can safeguard, just whatever I told, one or two. Now here also, disable wireless functions, wireless devices including routers, printers, tablets, laptops, all emit Wi-Fi signal. Whatever Wi-Fi signal you are using, those things whenever you are not using, you please switch off. So many people I have seen, they will switch on continuously laptop, they will switch on continuously routers, printers, Wi-Fi printers will be switched on continuously, tablets will be on always. So all come together, it will reach 1 or 1.5 GY. So your mobile 1.6, it will reach 3, even 4 also you will cross. Entire body also will cross the limit. So better to switch off all the things whenever you want to use, at that time only please switch off, so that you can maximum reduce the radiation effect. And maximum whatever it is possible, replace wireless with wired devices. If whatever, suppose outside may be wireless, inside you take maximum wire only, that will be safe for you. If you take wireless, you are taking radiation into your head. This is also very important. Please take care internally, at least wired. You computer with LAN cable you can connect, so that some radiation will go down. Or otherwise, that router and this wireless, everything will come on your head. And mobiles also we are connecting on Wi-Fi. So those things entire in the house, all Wi-Fi mixing, and it will become cross even 4 also, and very easily we will get disease. And replace wireless with wired devices. Keep EMF source at a distance, so that routers and all you keep in some room, and take wire from there, so that you are limiting that energy in that room only maximum. It will come something outside, but not that much serious. Please keep all the Wi-Fi equipment in one room and lock it, and nobody should go to that whenever you are using. If you want to go, you switch off all the things and go and use that room. Like that, some care has to be taken, so that you can get rid of this radiation. Use smartphones safely. That means whatever time you want, minimum time you use. If you want to use, you put some phone, that is earphones, to avoid, keep somewhere outside, that is away from your body, and keep that earphones and speak, so that to some extent that will be away and the radiation effect will be less. And prioritize your sleeping areas. Wherever you are sleeping, please don't take all the Wi-Fi into the room. So while sleeping, you should keep all the Wi-Fi in off condition. That is very important. Otherwise, without your knowledge, gradually hours together, minimum 7 to 8 hours sleeping, hours together, all the Wi-Fi signal will go into brain and entire body will inject this radiation. So because of that, take care of all switching of the wireless equipments, and see that your radiation impact is very minimum wherever you are sleeping. This is very important point. And there are some two techniques are there for avoiding the radiation impact on our body. External, particularly external radiation, and internal radiation also, there is some procedure. Woven fabrics are there. These fabrics, if you wear dress, body will definitely escape intensity of the radiation. If you wear full total from top to bottom, and ears, eyes and head, if you take care, some type of closure with this woven fabrics, then you can be safe to some extent. Those cloths are broadcloth, denim cloth. That's why denim is becoming nowadays very popular, because it has got the quality or character to stop the radiation from RF energy. It will not come to us if you wear denim cloth. That's why so many people are using denim nowadays. It has become most popular because of this reason. This radiation, either outside or inside, it will, to some extent, it will block. And drill cloth, poplin cloth, cotton satin, flannelette, lawn, corduroy. So these are the fabrics, woven fabrics. So these things will be available in the market. So take those things and cover entire body. Even if towers, mobile towers outside your building, near to your building or near to your room, those radiations also will come inside. I did not count while calculating those things. If suppose, if in this case 2.6 is only within your internal, suppose nearby mobile tower is there, this will add another 1 or 2, it will become 4.6. If mobile towers nearby are there, this the calculation will rise, and automatically radiation effect will rise on your body. I took only internal, and I assumed that there is no mobile tower nearby. If number of towers are there, then this will go up, and the tower depends on the equipment what they are using. Suppose 2G equipment, some radiation, 3G, some radiation, 4G, some radiation, 5G, some other radiation. And the type of configuration means how many channels they are using in that. Suppose if they keep some 4 or 5 radio circuits, then the power will increase 4 times, 5 times. If one is there, limited. If more are there, more power will come from them. And from that antenna, more power will be radiated. If anybody nearby that, definitely you will get effect. That means it is not immediate. That is the thing, just I want to clarify. If you are staying for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, it is not that much effective. Prolonged time, if you are sitting under the influence of these towers, or under the influence of your mobile speaking or computers, internal Wi-Fi routers, and sun radiation, all the things mixed together, and it will cross your limits, and definitely the body will get affected. So these are the combinations you have to use. If mobile tower is there, you should not use mobile phone straight. You have to use earphones only. You have to be careful. At least to some extent you can reduce. And computer laptop, you have to maintain minimum 1 feet, 1.5 feet. When mobile tower is there, that will come and add to this. So that much you have to reduce here. Then only you will be in safe side. Otherwise, those things also will come and it will cross your limits, and entire within short duration you will get some problem, health problem. So these are the things you have to be very careful. So if mobile towers are nearby, so these things definitely, if we the people living in that house, if they use these woven fabrics, definitely that RF energy, not 100%, to some extent they will block. So another way of reducing the RF energy radiation, that is wallpapers. There are some wallpapers which you can fix on the wall, and outside mobile towers or some radiation, sun radiation or some other radiation, or nearby some Wi-Fi router somebody is using nearby house, some apartment, only wall is difference. This side you will be there, that side they will be there. So you will keep near to the wall one Wi-Fi router. You think that you are not seeing, but the energy will simply cross your wall and come to your house, and that will also will add. So to safeguard these things, there is some RF reducing wallpapers are there. So whatever mobile towers outside, number of towers, you can just entire room you can cover with these wallpapers, and definitely that will block to some extent. So you will be come under limit range. From unlimited range, that is crossing the limits, if you do this, definitely you will bring your chance to come to that level, safe level, and you can stay healthy. This is also very important. This can be used for reduction of RF radiation from outside. Particularly it will be useful for outside, and internal also some refraction will be there. If it go and from come back from some router, Wi-Fi energy will go and hit the wall and come back, and it will add some more things. So if you use that wallpaper, it will not come back, that refraction will not be there. So then definitely in that internally also it will be useful. From external radiation also it will block, so that you can come into the limits of that SAR value. So this is the another important solution for avoiding this radiation. And if you are you must check always whether I am in safe range or not. If it is 0.08, when you are seeing for neck and all, 1.6 for other body parts, like that for an entire body it will be 4. That too not hours together, but temporarily you can uh, just for the time being, or half an hour, or just or 10 minutes you can use it, and come back from that range, or from that area, from that influence you have to come back, and see that there are some meters which will radiation energy will be measured. So if it is possible you can buy that one, and keep always check what is the radiation value in the rooms, which room is less, and how to control that. If it is more is there, how to control it, how to keep the things within the limits, so that you can live very healthy in that house. So these are the precautions have to be taken. Normally we'll get some disease, we feel that because some problem is there inside, that's why we got. But nobody thinks in this way. Because of this radiation or because of some other problem from nearby house, some wi-fi signals are coming or mobile tower signals are coming, and when you are using hours together laptop, because of this you got this, nobody will get all idea. They will think that everything will be is quite normal, and unnecessarily I got the disease. So this is the reason behind your disease. These are the things you have to be very careful, and purchase that meter outside market, it will be available. And see always you are in within limits or not. If you are in within limits always, then you and your family members will be safe. So please take care. If you like this video, share it, subscribe it, and press bell icon. Thank you.